Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the LMC Virtual Summit. And we are here live. I'm looking to see if the stream is live on YouTube right now. If our team could check the back line for that so we can make sure that our YouTube folk are able to catch us. And our team could check there we go. Well, I'm coming to you from Dakar, Senegal, and so is Sanchel. Sanchel is outside of Dakar, but close to Dakar. We are lovers of West Africa so much that we show up here. But let me tell you about today. This is day one of the LMC Virtual Summit. So we got 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, January 5th, 6th, and 7th. And it's featuring our co hosts, of course, because they're talented, they're brilliant, they're creative, and they're all beautiful, honey. All of them easy on the eyes. So I'm excited to be in partnership with these ladies. And we're kicking it off today with Senchel, who has a special movement session for us. And it's going to allow you to experience what it means to tune into your chakras, to get balance, become more grounded, dig a little deep into the essence of African movement and spirituality, but all through dance. And I tell you, it is going to be a blessing. And each day we have our own Sincerity Garcia, the hostess with the mostest. Um, she'll seal the deal and close it out with a brief interview with each of the creatives. And I say, I mean, these are artists, these are creatives, these are healers, these are teachers. Yes, we are all the things and all the things well. So I don't think there's anything else for me to say. Maybe tomorrow I'll spit some bars for you. But for now, I want to get Sanchel here in the building. And yeah. Hey, Sanchel.
Hello. How y'all
How
doing
are you?
today? I'm doing all right.
Yes. That's
Yes, I'm
great.
happy to be here. Good to be here. I
Okay.
wish I
Good,
was
good, good, good.
like Tony. She has her light and her background. So y'all, we gonna get it in where we get it in, how we get it in.
I'll get
But
it
thank you for.
in where we get it. Yeah, that's yeah. So I guess with no further ado, we'll have Sanchel take over.
All right, so thank you all so much for participating in today's ceremony. Today is going to be a West African dance class with a focus on the root chakra. The root chakra is one of the seven in the seven chakra system. And the focus of the root chakra is our base. So our survival, who we are, the I am identity. So we're going to use our words, our energy to charge up the space. I'm going to begin with giving you verbal um, dialogue to move through, but then after that, we're going to just move along. So bear with me as we work through the virtual back and forth. But like I was saying, I'm glad you all are here. Today, one more thing that I would like to say is that we are doing lamban, which is a traditional West African dance form Africa, and this dance is the dance of the griots. The griots are the storytellers. We as artists are the storytellers. So we are channeling that through and tapping into the I am who we are as we move into today's session. So first, I'm going to ask that you start. If you can start you can start seated. We're going to rub our hands together and take a deep breath in. Now, the thing I want you to think about during this session is to focus on your breath, because your breath is how strong your breathing is, represents how strong your spirit is. So we're going to take a nice, good, deep breath in through the nose, arms up, and exhale, open up. In through the nose and out through the nose as we tip the head halfway back. In through the nose And out of the mouth as we let the head go all the way back. In through the nose as we come back up. Taking the hands and placing them on our crown, praying over the members of our body. Your prayer does not have to be extensive. It could just be a thank you. For every place that we touch, we want to say thank you. So we give thanks for our crown chakra, for the ability to receive information and downloads from the celestials. Placing our hands onto our first eye, giving thanks for 2020 spiritual vision, the ability to see, the ability to dream. Placing our hands on the throat, our throat chakra, giving thanks for the ability to hear from the spiritual realm and also to speak with authority. Placing the hands on the heart space, the bridge between the upper and lower chakras. If we have anything that we're holding on to, just asking the heart for permission to release it. Giving thanks because this heart is keeping us going. It has been beaten all of our lives. It's been one of the most consistent things in our lives, all of us. So we give thanks. Placing the hand underneath the breastbone at the solar plexus chakra, the center of our willpower, the center, I want to say, of creativity, even though it's not necessarily just that, mostly about our will, but to be able to bring our creative ideas into manifestation. Thank you. Placing a hand right above that navel on the sacral chakra. This is the center of our creativity, our sensuality, our sexuality, creative expression. Thank you. And last but not least, placing our hands onto our hips, our root chakra, the I am, giving thanks for the pelvis that has held up the upper body all of these years and linked us to our lower body. Thank you. Placing the hands on the lower back, just on the back, because our back always got our back. So we want to say thank you to that part of our body for supporting us. If you have pain in your lower back, still giving thanks, but also maybe asking for relief. And last but not least, taking our hands down to our feet, because our feet literally have held us up forever and ever since our first steps. So we just want to say thank you. And release and relax. Going to take a moment to close our eyes and come into meditation, bringing in our focus as we take a deep breath in and filling up the belly through our nose, exhaling out through the nose. Centering the mind, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, and breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. Releasing any tension in the body, giving particular focus to our pelvic area where our root chakra is. The root chakra has been under attack lately. It seems a lot of people are experiencing pain and issues in the pelvis and the womb space. So today we just want to activate that space by imagining a nice, beautiful bright light there that is sealing and healing any holes, any damage that has been done, anything that has taken away from the I am. We are all fragments of source. We are all fragments of the divine, of the creator. So our I am is our expression of that. And it is important that we maintain it and we keep that intact. Allow yourself to really feel into this moment and begin moving your body in a circular motion, moving the pelvis in a circular motion. If you need assistance, and what that means, you can open your eyes slightly to get an idea. If you need to connect with the breath as you move around, allow yourself to have that moment. And we're going to reverse, going in the other direction. And now, if you are in a seated position, we're going to open our eyes. We're going to come onto all fours or all sixes, including the backs of the feet touching the ground, hands directly underneath of the shoulders. We're going to go into a couple contractions in the chest, and release. Body, engage your pelvic floor muscles and take your pelvic floor in a circular motion. Really trying to keep the rest of the body still and focusing on the pelvis. And reverse other direction. Good. Now come into a place of stillness. Last but not least, we're going to take the head and do the same thing. Just moving the head position in a circular motion. And reverse. And very good. Coming down into child's pose if you weren't there already. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Slowly coming up into standing position. Head is the last thing to come up. And make sure y'all can see me. And now we're going to engage the core as we go down into a squatted position. Coming up, pressing through the pelvis as we come through. Open up that root chakra. And down to a squatted position. And back up, pushing through that tush. And one more time, down. Y'all sweating yet? Because I'm definitely sweating. Maybe because I'm in Africa, but also because of the motion. And up. Very good. Coming up to standing. Take a moment to just feel the difference in your body. I really want you to focus today on feeling more than how you look. So just feel. Next, we're going to snake our hips from side to side, as if someone has a string here, pulling from side to side. If you want the music, we got music coming soon. Right now, our own music is our breath and our internal rhythm, shifting from side to side. Couple more. Good. Now we're going to scoop forward and stick the booty out back. And scoop forward, stick the booty out back. 2 more times, scoop and stick it back and scoop and stick it back. Good. While we're here, take the arms behind your head. Oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. Taking the body over and contracting through the middle. Coming up back through the other side. Let's try that again. Bring the body over. Contract. Bring it up again. If you need to take a break, take a break. Come back to it. We're going to do that 2 more times. Contracting through the center. Coming back up. Last time. Take it over. Contracting through the center. And come up. Coming back up to standing. Ooh, you survived. All right. So we're going to take a walk around our space. The space that you have. You're going to walk in a counterclockwise position. And as you're walking through the counterclockwise position, you're going to use your fingertips to begin EFT tapping. So this is to remove any trauma, anything that has been blocked in the body. It's a very powerful tool. So we're going to use it anywhere that you feel it, but particularly on the root chakra. So try to find places in your hip that you go around and tap as you walk. And as you continue your tapping, you are going to begin I am affirmations. If all you can think about is one thing, you're doing good. If you need to follow me, follow me. But we're going to be in this space for about a minute or so, stating your I am affirmations. I am powerful. I am trustworthy. I am rich. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am joy. I am healed. I am loved. I am one of the wealthiest dancers, choreographers, philanthropists on the planet. I'm one of the best dancers on the planet. I am a child of the Most High. I am a true believer of myself. I am love. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am favored everywhere that I go. I'm lucky. I am wise. I am prepared. I am. All right, we're going to keep on going for about 30 more seconds and then start to wrap up. I am free. I am liberated. I am trueness. I am love. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am gorgeous. I am beautiful. I am fully embracing every stage of life. I am that I am. I am. Now we're going to come to a place of stillness. Still continuing to tap, releasing any other stresses or tension in the body. And then allowing the body to release. Now going into shaking any other tension out of the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need to get water, now's a great time. I'm going to move into Lamban. So like I stated earlier, this dance comes from Guinea, West Africa. It is a dance that we do for the griots. And I wanted to use traditional West African movement because one of the positions, well, our first position in West African dance is our legs are in parallel. So make sure the knees aren't buckling in or coming out too much. Try to focus on keeping the knees in alignment. And we slightly bend and bring the body slightly forward. So when we're doing our movement, whatever it is, right, we are in a grounded space. So if you can feel that position, because we want to make sure we injury free, right? I am injury free, Ashe. So we have that. And also there are 3 elements to traditional West African movement, according to Jermaine Akoni. Give thanks to Mama Jermaine, who is here in Senegal. The first I want to bring up is tremulation. So that's basically shaking, any kind of shaking. So if you see any of this in the dance, this is your tremulation. So practice your tremulation. Uh-huh. And then we have contract and release, right? And we have undulation. Your undulation starts here. It starts in the root chakra, the hips, as we press the body forward and let the rest of the body follow. Undulation. Undulation. Okay, so keep those things in mind as we move through. Follow me. So, how we doing? Do y'all want to leave? I don't know if I can see your comments, but I hope y'all are doing all right. I hope we ain't passed out yet. You know, I always get fooled by Lamban because I be like, oh, it's such a calm dance. And it can be, but it gets real. So I'll give you a moment if you need to get some water, just to grab to rehydrate, refresh yourself. Couple things that we can talk about before we start again. First, yay, I'm glad y'all feeling good. Hey, Kai. Yay, that's a lovely surprise. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I try to put a little background music on, okay? So remember, bending knees, grounded, connected to the earth, right? Engaging the core. And what does engaging the core mean? If somebody was to punch you in your stomach, what would you do? Right? You would hold your stomach in, right? So we don't want to create tension, but we want to be aware of the core, especially if you're working with that root chakra, right? We did all the hip motion earlier, moving through. So some things you'll see in Lamban, I always think about it like a slinky, right? Old school tool, like a slinky. So when you're moving through, your body is kind of snaking through a lot of the movement, even when it is faster, right? So we want to keep that. We want to keep that quality of movement. So when we start our first step here, I'm thinking about my spine. My spine is here, and then when we get into our I'm using the ground to press away, right? We'll be really using these legs today, okay? So when you get here, think about if you were to push that slipper down, then it pop back up. So you go, 1, 2, 3. When we were doing our warm up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you see this common triplet rhythm in Embody. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. You know, you'll see all kinds of things like that. Okay? So what we're going to do to keep it simple, since I'm people will see y'all, is we're going to do, I'm glad y'all feeling good, yeah. We're going to do, and hey y'all, I got some people on the live. So we're going to do 4 of everything. So we have 4, 1, 2. If you go to the right, I go to the left, don't sweat, okay? But I generally start. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right. So we got 3 movements. Just checking to make sure everything's okay. Okay. Yeah, it would be great if I had a mic, but you know, for now, we just wanted to, you know, work with what we got, right? If y'all want to find the mic, and then maybe I can get me a mic, right? But yeah, most of the movement that we're doing is the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So keep that in mind. I'm gonna give you. I feel like we got time to do maybe 2 more steps, and that's going to be your dance. One more thing. Okay. One more thing. When you are doing geez, I got distracted. Lord of mercy. When you're usually doing traditional West African movement, you will have a break, and the break is the signal to let you know it's time to start the dance, it's time to change the movement, or it's time to start, change, or stop. And another thing that I want to link is that you will notice that there's hip hop movement. in general. So every 4 months, the dot, and then we switch to the next. But it's just a natural thing that we've been doing since the beginning of time. So I think we need to throw that in there. That we could have a break that we tell us, okay, it's time to go to the next movement. That would be great if we had that. But then sometimes the drummers, they get a little happy. So, let us give thanks that we have our 4 movements that we're working on. Okay? All right. So I'm not giving a lot of words. Please try your best to follow my body. And then give you 2 more movements. We're going to start with the new movement and then go back to the top. Checking in. How we doing? So you got it through. Thank you, Zakia. You finished the sequence. We're not finished though. Who want to get on? We're not finished though. Okay. We still gotta put it all to completion. Okay. So we feel a little tapped out right now, a little burned out right now. I'm here to tell you that I don't know you, sir. I'm here to tell you that you have more. So when we get tired, that's when we actually start dancing because we lose the oh my God, I don't know how to look. I can't look, trying to get through it, right? So of course, what did we talk about in the beginning? Connecting to the breath, connecting to the group, the I am. Hold on. Okay. Connecting to the breath and connecting to the root of I am. So all of the prep work that you did before, you even stepped into the room, the prayer, the meditation, everything. Trust that your body knows what to do. And if you don't, you're only going to find out by trying it, right? So don't get in your head too much. I do want to give you a little pointer. So for these things, I'm going to give you a sound because that's the best thing I can do. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. You'll see a lot of that in line mine. Ah, ba, 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 ah, ba, 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 ah. So it's like the slinky idea. Ha, ba, da, da, ha, ba, da, da, ha, ba, da, da, ha, ba, da, da, ha. There's a little catch before we begin the set. Ah, da, 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 ah, da. You know, I'm not doing it right, but ah, da, da, ah, da, da. Gang, 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 gang. I want you to challenge yourself to today. Go as high in your legs as you can today. Okay? And ba 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 ki all right? Same thing when we finish our last step. Ba 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 and ba 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 and ba 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 and ba ba to go off. Okay? All right. So let's try it one more time. And we are, hold on, give me a second. We are going to, hold on, give me a second. We are going to, go in full speed. So when we start the first movement, we're going in full movement. So for now, I've been doing y'all half speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go 1, ga ga da, ga ga da, ga ga da, ga ga 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now let's begin. We're gonna do it and get to it. You made it through. You made it through. We are going to start to wrap up the session with returning back to. We're going to wrap up the session, returning back to. Keep your body moving. Try not to stop moving. I'm going to keep it doing a two-step. Returning back to our walking. I can't even talk, y'all. I'm trying to come back down. But we're going to continue walking in our counterclockwise motion, starting to bring the body back down. Ooh. Taking our fingertips, getting our second hand, releasing any last bit of tension that we might have in our body. Turning back to I am. So you're going to state your affirmation. I am. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Okay, you do your own thing. Whatever you feel like you need to confirm for today. Before. Thank you. Coming into a place of stillness. Continuing our pumping. Slowly releasing our pumping. Shifting hips feeling the difference, really feeling the impact you're sweating, labor that you did, using just your body. Take time to shift at the same time. You need to make a noise. If you think you get home, so you know, hopefully you feel comfortable enough. You all the Coming back to the center. Body up. Chin to chest, rolling down. Going down as far as we can. And now we're going to roll up. Head is the last thing to come up. This time we're going to roll down only halfway up into the waist, and then roll back up, chin to chest, halfway, and rolling back up. That is the last thing to come up. Head to chin, head. Y'all know what I'm saying. Chin to the chest. Here, and rolling back up. Taking the head over. Bring in the hand here. No pushing. Just allowing the natural weight of the hand to stretch out that neck. And shift them to the other side. And release. And we're going to bring the feet underneath of our hips. Taking a deep breath in, rubbing the hands together. We're going to breathe in and out of the nose and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 10 toes down. Exhale. Placing the hands on the hip. And I'm going to close this out with a chant. So our chant for today is LAM, L-A-M. LAM. Okay, we're going to do it 7 times. And every time we do our 7 LAMs, we're going to hit all 7 chakras. Are y'all ready? LAM. Hands up. Give it right back to the universe and give yourself a hug. And thank you all so much for today's dance ceremony. I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope that you got something out of this that you can take on your journey onward and that started your year off on a high note. Please hydrate yourself, especially if you have not been as active double the hydration. If you need to do any more stretching, just take care of yourself. But overall, I'm really grateful that y'all came through and that you enjoyed it and that you were able to get reacquainted with your body. So I think we're going to move into a Q&A. If y'all want to stick around. Hello. I can't hear you, darling. I don't know if it's
Hey,
me or...
sis. Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
there you go. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for that offering.
Yes,
A beautiful offering to start the weekend for sure.
it was awesome. The feelings of mutual. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I really want to get a little bit more into your work, what has inspired you. I also wanted to give thanks to you for, just the affirmations and giving thanks for our bodies. I thought that was really significant for me. But let's get into the questions. What has inspired you to do this work? And then share it with us, of course.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful that you talked about praying over the members of the body, because I've been teaching for a long time. I think even through my teens, I was always usually the one that was, if I was a part of dance team, I would be designated to be the responsible one to teach. But as I have grown and evolved in my own spiritual practice, I've taken up teaching in a different light, and I wanted to incorporate the spiritual practices behind all the things that I was doing to help myself spiritually and bring it into the room. So I would do a lot of meditation and going into nature. And I remember one day I just heard pray over the members of the body, like praying over the members of the church. And I was like, you know what? That's a yes. We're gonna add that in and infuse it in. So over the years, I've been very inspired by my travels here to Senegal. I did a lot of training here in West African dance, and I've always had I started dancing in the church at the age of 6. So I think I just took all of what life had given me, and then I just made it into what has helped me move through all the
Yeah.
waves of life. So yeah, my inspiration is life itself, and then being able to merge it and bring it into the classroom or the studio, so to speak.
So the reason it stuck out to me, well, it stuck out to me for various reasons, right? But giving thanks to the body. Our body is like our home. It's where our spirit lives, where our soul lives, where our heart lives, right? Where we live. So that also made me think about your new book, your book of poems, right? Home to Homeland. And what does home mean to you? Because when you prayed over the bodies or affirmed, your body parts, gave thanks to the body parts, it made me think of that's a different type of home, right? And now you are in Senegal, which I've heard you speak about often. I know that you visit often, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that that is the home for you as well. So what does home mean to you?
Home is beneath your feet. Home is wherever you go, because there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. And I think because I've done so much traveling here and coming here and seeing just a different variety of life, you have we have so many things to be grateful for. And I think, like, when I come here, I'm always reminded of that, and I'm always reminded of how I take up space, how I'm showing up when I come here. So it's the same thing when I go to New Orleans. I spend a lot of time down there as well. It's the same thing wherever I'm going, I'm always thinking about how am I taking up space here, and how does even if I don't say anything, how does my energy affect what's going on in the room? Or maybe somebody comes in and they might not be having a good day, but they might feel the energy. So,
Yeah.
I think just over the course of finding home within my body again after being a trained dancer for many years. And you go through a lot as a trained dancer, because you're literally telling your body, you are an instrument. It is your job to stay in this, for many, many years. Life will happen. You have to maintain this vessel, and a lot of times it's judged from the outside eye. So I think for me, it's a reclamation of
Mm.
I'm here in my body, and all the stages that it goes through. I've had a baby, you know, I've gained weight, I lost weight, you know, I went through many phases, and
Yeah.
all of the phases that I go, I got me. That's all I got.
Mhm.
At the end of the
That's
day, all
beautiful.
this gonna go, you know. I can't take this with me when I leave here, but this is the thing
Mhm.
that's going to go in the casket. So it's just like this is I think for me is, yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's a spiritual practice, but it's just remembering that home is wherever I make it. And I think
Mhm.
because I have moved that way, no matter where I go, I always kind of blend in or not blend in, but it's just like it's like a welcoming. And I just
Mhm.
be here. I can face with the people and what's happening and the food and all the things. So yeah,
I love that. So when you say homeland, are you talking about Senegal? Or are you talking about coming back to yourself?
I think it's both. That's a good question. When I wrote, well, the book is based off of a script of my one woman show, and at the end of
Okay.
the show I end up in Senegal. So I think
Mm,
like I was thinking home to homeland, because I recognized that there were a lot of similarities from Baltimore. I think all over the world, like, you know, not to bring controversial topics into the room, but Cat Williams had a great interview, and he talked about all over the world, people are people, and I think that's true. It's just
mm,
all the traveling I've done. So when I wrote the script, I was like, okay, home to homeland. I'm thinking about the motherland,
yeah.
but I recognize I always had it. I always remembered. I always had the rhythms. I always had the ancient, even if I can't remember all of what my ancestors were speaking, it's in me.
Mm.
So yeah, it's the motherland, and it is also myself.
That's so beautiful, Chantel. And I also just want to acknowledge you because I'm sure that you have blessed many viewers today. And for those that will see, your offering today in the future, you will bless them as well because there's so many things that you touch upon, but it's beyond the dancing, right? It's very spiritual. It's about home. And I just, that's going to stick with me all day and beyond, right? Because there may be people with injuries, or there may be people who maybe having an identity crisis or whatever it may be. They may feel lost in a sense, but I think that what your offering gave today was just that sense of um, belonging. And I really, really wanted to acknowledge that and appreciate that from you. Before we close off, is there a poem that you would like that is like your favorite poem in your book of poems?
I got one. I got the one that I actually know by heart.
Oh yes, so share it with us.
Okay. Okay. Home. That's the place to start. Home is in the heart of our ancestors' ancestors. My home says oceans crashed against the shores of Baltimore, crabs in backyards gathering, and talks of down the hill's recent ratchet activities. Them staring you down as you step into their territory. Home is not just the wire, so please stop saying that when I tell you I'm from Baltimore, aka Africa, where we get that footwork in. Circles, ciphers jumping high to the sun as the beat goes dun 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 dun, invoking the life of the land. Although we feel pain, our healing is in our hands. From the east coast to the coast of Senegal, I travel, one foot in front of the other, back to the great mother. Home
Hmm.
is in our hearts. We are elastic. You can pull us, but you cannot break us apart.
Hmm. Home is where the heart is, right?
That's it.
Thank you so much, Chantal. We appreciate you. We love you, sis. And
Love you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part, even if you were just watching. You were felt, you are loved. Always remember that no matter what, you can always come back home to yourself. And if you would like to follow us, we have a podcast, the LMC podcast. Season 1 is already done. It's on all major platforms. And if you would like to follow more of my work, you can follow me at Sanchelle Brown on Instagram, and buy the book if you can. 10% of proceeds is going to be dedicated to school here in Senegal before I leave in the next 2 weeks. So that's it. I'm gonna plug away, and thank you, Sincerity. And Tony in the building.
I am muted. I am talking. Thank you, Sincerity. Thank you, Sanchao. And thank you, Coach Takia, for all of your work behind the scenes, making sure that this went down and went down well. We want to shout out Polaris, who will be presenting tomorrow, where you can discover your creative essence through wraps and Rubik's Cubes. Also, the name of her book, the title. Polaris is an amazing MC, amazing teacher, and wait till you see what she's got in store. And then on Sunday, you can join us at 12 noon with the brilliant Coach Takia Geddes, who breath work, movement, and of course, high vibration conversation will help us to get centered. So thank you for tuning in. We hope you register for the next session. You can find us online, each of us, and you can follow us, LMC underscore podcast on Instagram, and just look for us. I'm posted, all the links are in my bio on Instagram. And we're building this thing, y'all. We are building something beautiful where we're leveraging hip hop and spoken word to increase mindfulness and to help people heal and remain centered. And as an artist, as the first ever US hip hop ambassador, I say that that is a beautiful thing. All right, so stay tuned. Register for sessions if you haven't yet, and share the words with your friend, because this right here is about to be another good word. Thank you. Have a blessed day.